Alright, hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
And today, we are watching the antepenultimate episode of Transformers Prime, Persuasion.
Ooh, getting fancy with the words here.
That's right.
We know here at Stasis Pod that penultimate does not mean better than ultimate.
That's right.
No, but how shouldn't anti-penultimate be the opposite of penultimate?
It's not anti, it's ante with an E.
Okay.
Like upping the ante.
And that means like third to last? Upping the third to last.
I'm not exactly sure.
It's some Latin that it's a thing, but we don't know why.
All right, and this episode first aired July 12th, 2013. Written by Michael G. Stern, his first and only Transformers episode. Seems to mostly write stuff intended for a younger audience. Your Doc McStuffins, your Sophia the First.
What?
Rescue bots?
Your Peter Rabbit. No rescue bots.
Aw, but rescue bots.
I don't interact with children, so I don't know what any of these are.
Neither do I. It sounds like you're making shows up.
Henry Huggle Monster.
Yeah, that's definitely made up.
I mean, they're all made up. The only thing I recognize here is Beware the Batman, the short-lived CG Batman show that nobody watched.
Oh.
Did I see that?
Yeah, not even people who were really into Batman.
It had RC on it.
Ooh.
She was playing not Susan Blue. It had Prime RC, Sumali Montano.
Oh, I remember that. She was Katana.
Yes.
Wasn't she?
Yeah, it also had Kurtwood Smith as Lieutenant Gordon, which I enjoy.
That's cool.
Because I assume he is constantly moments away from telling bitches to leave.
Oh, is that the one that had the pig man? Or is that the one before
Yes.
that? Okay.
That is the one. They used a bunch of newer Batman villains that you don't see on other Batman shows. So they had Professor Pig. They had Anarchy. Magpie, who inexplicably looked like Lady Gaga.
I saw the Magpie episode.
I think I remember
she had a neat design.
Professor Pig being like part of the premiere or something, and everybody was like, what the hell? Why are they starting with Professor Pig?
I think Dr. Phosphorus was in there.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's nice that they were trying different characters, but I don't know. It just didn't look great.
It's very different.
I mean, I think
I don't know.
They buried it at like 6 a.m.
Yeah, that might have been part of it too.
Like Cyberverse.
Anyway, so this episode, previously on Transformers Prime, the Autobots very unwisely took Soundwave into their fold, and he was promptly rescued by Laserbeak and proceeded to mess all of them up, and also abduct Ratchet.
Yeah, he's not very good at being a prisoner. I mean, I guess he's very good at being a prisoner if you're Megatron.
Mm-hmm. While all this was going on, the Autobots are fighting at, I believe, Antarctica? Or in Antarctica?
Did they actually say where? I don't even remember.
I think it was Antarctica. There was another base that Fowler had to evacuate.
Yeah, one of those Arcticas, you know.
Yes.
One of the... Is it the one with bears or the one without bears?
The one with penguins and or Wilfred Brimley's.
So sounds.
Ah.
They don't want to be Predacons. They want to be us. Anyway, and indeed we open in the Antarctic where Optimus Prime has just been smacked around by Predaking.
Poor guy.
Who tells him that the time has come for your extinction.
Oh, big man.
You might say it's a regular age of extinction around here.
No, I would not say that. Also, again, I really like Predaking's voice. His voice actor is really good.
Yes, he is.
Just want to reiterate that fact.
And then we cut directly to the title. No title sequence.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I guess more stuff happened in this episode.
Did that happen last time too?
It happened last season towards the end as they had to cram more plot in.
Oh.
I kind of feel like we're definitely getting to a point where they're just trying to cram as much plot in as possible.
Yes.
And, just struggling to shove it all in there.
Series is ending, wrap it up.
Raise some stakes, so we have some big stakes going on.
Yes. Although, unfortunately, this does mean that we are denied the Transformers Prime drum machine hunters.
Yeah. Oh well. Alas.
So the Autobots who are not being attacked by Soundwave bust into this facility. There's an Autobot Viacon fight. Shockwave is there stealing this thing himself. And we get an Ultra Magnus Shockwave fight, which is pretty cool.
It's rather short.
Have these two interacted in something previously? I feel that there's like a Shockwave Ultra Magnus history in some other fiction, but I can't think of it offhand.
Probably.
Not really.
Somewhere
Also, so this Shockwave has the gun hand, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's totally throwing shade
Yes,
at
it's ridiculous.
Ultra Magnus
Yes.
only having one hand, and I'm like,
dude,
you're not one to talk.
It's you. Look down. I know you don't have depth perception, but
Yeah, exactly. Ultra Magnus has one hand, but also two eyeballs.
Yes.
And a face. I feel like Elaine in that episode of Seinfeld where George won't date a bald woman.
Yes.
George, you're bald.
It definitely feels a little like that. It's like, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah. And the Ultra Magnus even says, I also have both eyeballs, you giant robot nerd.
Yes. No, he says, I wrote it down. He says, I'll take one good hand over one bum eye any day.
So they have a little fight. It's pretty cool. And outside, Predaking is just about to get one over on Optimus Prime, and then gets a call from Megatron telling him to, get back and, steal this MacGuffin / particle accelerator or whatever this thing is.
Yeah, we need you to hurry up and do the thing that we sent you for.
And then Optimus Prime chooses this moment to scamper away.
Yes. As best he can, being enormous.
Yeah.
Also, it's very useful having a dragon, because just watching him, watching Predaking, grab the accelerator and just slowly flap his giant wings up to the ground bridge, which I guess isn't technically a ground bridge if it's floating in the sky, but it's very, very useful.
There's a thing that's slightly odd when I thought about it. It's like, wait a minute. Megatron calls Predaking to tell him to go pick up Shockwave and shit. Which means Predaking has a built-in comm system, or did somebody put one in him? Because did he evolve with a comm system? What?
He's a robot, so it's possible.
He's a copy of a robot from a more primitive time before they knew people could talk and transform. They were just animals. do they just grow with a comm system on Cybertron? Like, can you just... primitive frogs on Cybertron just call anybody on the phone?
I'm gonna say yes. You're just constantly being prank called by wildlife on Cybertron. That's why it's a wasteland.
That makes for an interesting story, but that's so horrifying.
Abandoned that world.
Like, you might have a mouse living in your walls, and it just keeps calling you in the middle of the night. Oh god, pet cats on Cybertron.
Oh my god.
They would never shut up.
Oh.
Yes.
Bowl is empty.
Hey.
Bowl is empty.
Hey.
No.
Hey. Now leave me alone. And then you just don't hear from them for, like, hours.
You're just having a nice evening in, and there's some Turbo Fox who still thinks that "what's up" is funny.
Yes.
Turbo Fox is a phrase that always hitches up in my brain because of alternate connotations of the word fox and turbo.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
I don't think I know what these other connotations of turbo are, and I don't think I care to know.
Some things I think are probably better left not known.
I blame that Robin Hood movie.
Well,
Yes.
there's a lot to blame on that Robin Hood movie, but like turbo could just mean fast or super or what's this and things. Oh, speaking of words, I looked up antepenultimate. It's like the anti, it means before.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that makes sense. And the ultimate means ultimate, but the pen part apparently just means almost. Almost ultimate.
That's right.
Yeah.
Before the
That seems
almost ultimate episode. It sounds so quaint, though. It's almost.
It's almost ultimate.
So the Decepticons get away with this thing. They call in Ratchet to bridge him home, and meanwhile, Fowler, Bulkhead, and Smokescreen are badly hungover.
Yeah, we get more of Fowler being
And,
a huge nerd when he's hungover or
more of a nerd than
injured,
he's ever been.
unconscious.
Big fan of the classic Twilight Zone, I guess.
What?
Yes.
No, is it the classic? Like, which Twilight Zone do you think Fowler watched? Because there's like 3 versions of that one. With there's a man on the wing of the plane.
Well, the classic is Shatner. There's the movie with
Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
There.
And is there a third version? Did they do one for the UPN one?
I thought they did.
There's one that's thematically similar from the current Jordan Peele reboot, but there's no man on the wing.
Maybe there was
on that
that.
one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that the twist that there's not a man on the wing of the plane?
No, the twist is there's a podcast that predicts the future.
Oh no!
That season was a little. That show so far has been a little hit and miss.
I remember hearing like it started good, and then like I haven't heard anything about the new Twilight Zone that's good since.
My big problem with it is hour-long episodes. I think that's too long for the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
Like a lot of those episodes that I thought dragged at an hour, you give it cut them down to half an hour. They're brilliant.
You need to be outer limits if you're going an hour long for quality.
Were the original Outer Limits half an hour? I know the remakes were, and I know a lot of that was padded out with a bunch of random Canadians and also nudity.
Yeah. Well, I mostly... Well, I think the original was long. I'm not sure. Much typing.
Sorry.
And my laggy internet.
Anyway, the point is they lost a Ratchet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
And
Good job, guys.
And as we see pretty shortly, Megatron found him and he's got him locked up on the Nemesis.
I like that it's just like they're like, why Ratchet? It's like because you guys suck and they don't want to kidnap you. Maybe they were just running short of salty old guys on the Nemesis.
So, Megatron wants the synthetic energon. Ratchet is not going to help out, and, hey, too bad, because remember those cortical patches that keep coming back? We're doing it again.
Yeah, Shockwave, unsurprisingly, has no concern about consent.
No.
No.
Yeah. It's a really neat gimmick for this show that none of the other series have ever had. But at this point, it feels like it's the ultimate excuse. Like, oh, we have the critical patch. It solves all problems.
Although, as we see in this episode, it does not solve all problems.
Well, if the subject has the answers, it solves all problems. If they don't, no, it's kind of useless.
I do kind of feel like at this point they're just sort of having to acknowledge it so you don't get, like, some asshole on YouTube pointing out that this was a plot thing. Because, yeah, both times that they've used it this season, or recently, it's turned out that the person they were interrogating, all they do is confirm that that person does not have the information they need. So it's almost just like they have to throw that in plot-wise that is not going to fix the plot, because it just seems like that should fix the plot.
I mean, I guess they don't want it to be like one of those, evil devices from, like, Generation 1 that would be used once and then never mentioned again.
Yes! Like all of them.
Yes.
Like the giant purple griffin.
Right, and, sometimes you'd be thinking, hey, we could really use, like, a giant purple griffin around now, or, like, that invisibility spray they used in that one episode.
Yeah, it's like, that's the problem when you actually have, like, serialized storytelling, is you expect people to remember things that happened in previous episodes, and sometimes they do remember things that happened in previous episodes, so, yes.
I will say, this show is very good at bringing back the evil device of the week.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they have a list there in their story bible of what evil devices are floating around at the moment and where they were last seen and what condition they were in. But yeah, once again, it turns out that it doesn't really help because Ratchet doesn't know how to fix it.
Well, I mean, he's working on it, but he doesn't know it yet. And it can't come up with stuff that he's going to know, just what he currently knows.
Yes. So, yeah, they were hoping that he had perfected it, and what they got from him all the way back in Season 1 was just an early version that had been improved upon, but no, he still hasn't improved it.
Mm-hmm. So back on the Decepticon ship, they don't get what they want from the patch, and also Predaking doesn't get what he wants, because what he wants is to eat Ratchet.
Nom nom nom.
Is that what he wants? What he really, really wants?
Oh, he'll tell you what he wants. What he really, really wants.
Does he say he wants to eat him, though?
I mean, he's not going to eat him, I assume. We never actually see him eat anybody, which...
No.
This really isn't the show people get eaten.
No, not really. But
he chewed on Miko like a dog toy, but that's not the same.
Yeah.
If only she'd made a squeak noise.
I mean, he wants to kill him.
Yeah.
And... because he blames the Autobots for the destruction of his cloned race.
Yes.
And so Megatron's like, well, we need him to restore Cybertron, but once we're done with that, you get him.
Yeah.
And that's enough for Predaking for the time being.
Yeah. He'll deal with that. He'll accept that.
So meanwhile, the Autobots are back at their base figuring out what we were told a couple episodes ago, that the Decepticons need the synthetic energon. They're rebuilding the Omega Lock, and the Synth En is an ingredient of the reconstruction process.
Also, cybernucleic acid comes up again, and it makes me sad.
Oh, no.
And also, somehow Fowler is the first person to realize that, Laserbeak was here, and that means the Decepticons could come back at any minute.
Yeah,
dun dun. Yep, he's
seems like that would be thing one to do. Like, move.
I mean, they've been like a guy got kidnapped. They've been very busy.
They've got a lot going on. Yeah, they're still dealing with the fact that their old man is missing. No one's around to grump at everybody.
And their ultimate solution ends up being
probably very quiet,
rather lackluster anyway to that problem.
We will get to that.
We'll get to that.
So
but
we now cut back to the. Oh.
There's I forget. I think it might be in the first season, but scene. But in a lot of the other scenes where Megatron is talking to Ratchet, it's almost like Megatron is flirting with Ratchet. Although his flirting is to be the option of, if you work with us, we could rebuild Cybertron. You loved Cybertron. But like, well, as flirty as this creepy shark-faced Megatron can get, he's flirting with Ratchet.
This creepy shark-faced Megatron can get kind of seductive at times, and it's a little disturbing and hot.
Yeah.
I mean, this episode is called Persuasion. It could be called Seduction.
Yes.
Maybe Dark Seduction, although I'm pretty sure that's a Shannon Tweed movie.
Yeah.
Dark Seduction, yeah. It's some kind of movie.
Now I just really want to hear Jeffrey Combs saying that.
Not generally, Jeffrey Combs movies, not particularly sexy.
Not usually.
Or if they get sexy, he's not the one getting sexy.
Or if it gets sexy, it gets
they
weird.
Can be...
Like The Beyond.
Oh, From Beyond. Yeah, there's some Barbara Crampton stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
That's the one that ends with, like, a reanimated penis, right?
No, that would be the Reanimator 2.
Oh, okay.
Right. Bride of Reanimator.
Oh.
Some of these were on Pluto recently. I would say surprisingly unedited, but I saw Wicked City on there, and they don't edit anything.
Yeah, they don't really. The From Beyond there's phallic-y monsters, kind of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Jeffrey Combs does have, like, a little, phallic antenna sticking out of his head. It's a weird movie.
There's
I do re-see it.
definitely a Reanimator one that ended with, like, in the ending credit sequence, a reanimated penis slinking off.
Either that or you saw Frankenhooker.
No, it was definitely a Reanimator one.
I think that must have been Bride of Reanimator.
Probably. That one got weird.
Anyway. So Megatron just says to Ratchet, listen, we are restoring Cybertron, and I need your help. And obviously Ratchet outright refuses. And so, you got a choice then. A, you help us, or B, he has Soundwave pull up that picture he took of Jack, Raph, and Miko back in the opening 5-parter of the show.
They're such good hostages.
Yeah, and not only will I kill these children, but also we know where your base is now.
We're in your base killing your children.
Yeah, so, I'll let you think about that for a while. So Megatron walks off with Starscream and says, and Starscream's all, well, you can't be serious about letting them live. And Megatron's all, yeah, no, I wasn't. Get your Seeker Armada and go out and blow up their base.
It's not an armada. Nope. Jets are not called an armada. Anyway. Continuing on.
So we do cut to the Autobot base, and they detect that Decepticons are on the way.
Real nearby.
Yep.
Sorry. I couldn't help it.
They,
also, when they show up, Agent Fowler calls them a fleet, which is... I mean, squadron would be the appropriate terminology, but fleet is a lot closer than armada. Fowler knows what's up.
Yes, well, he is in the military, whereas, Megatron's also in the military, but like a weird, made-up, like,
space
robot military that doesn't seem to have, like, a strict hierarchy of anything.
Yes, the hierarchy is who is going to punch who.
Yes.
Pretty much it.
The hierarchy is Megatron, and then his second in command, and then various interchangeable guys, and then a bunch of goons.
Yes.
So Starscream himself blows up Hangar E.
Oh no!
And then just takes off.
Oh no, he blew up the hangry.
No, not Hangar E.
Well, they might be hangry, because the Autobots performed a trick that is... Listen, Starscream is an enormous moron.
Yeah.
Because what they did was they took off the bottom part of the E to make it into Hangar F, and they made the former Hangar F into Hangar E.
Which is really weird, considering that cluster of hangars, there's 5 of them, not 6 of them. It's...
I mean, why didn't Starscream just blow up the whole thing?
Or at least,
that's
you blew up,
a good question.
You blew up the one labeled E, at least shoot some rockets at the rest of them. Like, leave a bigger mess.
Or, I don't know, check to see if there are any, like dead robots or something in there.
Yeah, at least find,
he has absolutely done exactly the job that he needed to do, exactly as it was asked of him, and now he's done and he's going home. Look, his show's coming on.
It's kind of weird how loyal Starscream is more incompetent than power-hungry Starscream.
Well, maybe he's not trying as hard.
Kinda.
I mean, clearly not, because this is embarrassing, Starscream. This is Generation 1 Starscream level competence here.
Yeah, it's true.
They just changed part of a letter. Although, speaking of hangry, the soldiers might be hangry, because that was apparently the mess hall.
Oh no! They don't understand food.
That's why it's labeled Hangar F. F for food!
No.
Oh, and then Fowler's just on his knees lamenting all the chipped beef and Salisbury steak that got blown up.
Oh, Salisbury.
You maniacs! It was chilly night!
No!
Oh, chilly. Hangry.
Anyway, so we cut back to the Nemesis. Megatron has given Ratchet the grand tour, and he's saying, even though, we are the enemies of the Autobots, we have the same goal of restoring Cybertron. And Ratchet's all, well, yes, but you just want it so you can conquer it. And Megatron's all, yeah, duh.
But still, I mean, we can't conquer it if it's not there, so...
Yeah, we'd get to conquer it, you'd get to defend it.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
It's like... This might be the most honest Megatron has ever been when talking to someone.
Oh, that's the thing, he's being 100% honest. He's all, well, and then Ratchet's all, well, wouldn't you just kill me when we're done? And he's all, yeah, probably. It's what I do. And then what about Earth? Yeah, I'd probably conquer it. Again.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
It's what I do.
Yeah, it's my thing.
But it comes down to the fact
That's
that...
my thing.
You, Ratchet, are Cybertron's only hope.
Ah.
Which is pressure. Yay. Under pressure. Coming down on you, Ratchet.
Dun 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 dun.
So meanwhile, back at Autobot HQ, they've found the chunk of Laserbeak that Smokescreen shot off him, and apparently it's his transponder. So they hook that up to so Raph hooks it up, and he's sort of trying to find where the Decepticon warship is.
And he's also, like, Raph has spent a lot of off-screen time hanging out with Ratchet to the point that he says, I needed that.
Yes.
Which is only the 7th time that has come up in the show. I had to page back quite a lot to find it.
Mm.
It's very cute.
Yeah, it's cute, but
he's being grumpy.
The kids have been in this season a lot less. And
yes.
like Raph hanging out with Ratchet, we've seen that sorta, but Ratchet every time is usually just grumpy about having the child around, poking at his computer.
It also sounds like the work that they were doing was extremely boring, and we really wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah,
well, earlier remember when Raph got really injured? We haven't had a lot of it on screen, but Ratchet and Raph have obviously been bonding, so.
Yes. And I believe, is it Ratchet who's the only one who calls him Raphael?
I think so.
No,
Optimus does.
Oh, an Optimus.
Or Optimus, yeah.
Okay.
Also, so does this component of Laserbeak just have USB? He's just connected, like he got his phone cable and just connected it straight to his laptop.
Well, okay, admittedly...
Pretty much, yeah.
I wouldn't be entirely surprised if Soundwave put like ports for every kind of cable into his little laser beak. It's like just to have him hook up. Like he's a universal hub to plug in any other accessory.
Yes.
It could happen only on the Universal Hub.
How else is he going to hook up to like a 4K DVD player? That's a weird cable. It looks like the other cable, but it's not.
Fine.
So anyway, they can't quite triangulate it because the ship is cloaked, but they figure if this transponder could fly, they could follow it.
Yep. You know, these days they could just have like a drone lying around that they could hook it up to.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
They weren't so readily commercially available then, so they have to improvise.
People are still using flip phones. This is another era.
Well, but the military drones, I think, were starting to be a thing a decade ago.
Yeah, but those were like what Soundwave turns into. I don't think they're gonna lend one of those to this kid the way they're going to lend, like, something they got for $30 with a sharper image label on it.
Well, admittedly, it would make more sense, but like Fowler can get anything, anytime, or hell, they could have just stuck it on a little remote-controlled airplane instead of building an engine and gluing some wings on it. They just had lying around.
They got spare parts from the machine shop.
And
they name it Chip.
It's a really cute engine with some wings on it, though.
It is kind of an adorable design.
It's pretty adorable.
And then they have Optimus Chip chase to find out where the Decepticons are.
Oh, boo. And meanwhile, Jack and Raph are having a chat, Fowler says, I'm thinking that, humanity is kind of boned in, fighting robots, and that Apex armor is the only thing that prevented your pal Miko there from being reduced to a meaty paste. And he says that, we could use that Transformers technology to sort of outfit agents, and maybe you could be one of your agents that I've been discussing with your mother, which Jack does not much care to talk about.
No. He's still not over having to be in a Greg Weisman episode.
Yes. And also, this seems weirdly like they're setting up a spin-off that never happened.
It maybe is another season, but maybe a spin-off, yeah. It does feel like it's set up for future stuff, but also, Fowler's just being a military recruiter.
Like, at one point were we planning on Jack Darby, agent of Unit E?
Oh, that would be great.
Well, it might have been like an early idea for what the next series was going to be. Like, continue on with Jack still as the main character instead of what we end up with.
Right. Russell.
Yeah, and father who needs an adult.
Yeah. I mean, if they were going to keep the same tone, then this would have been a great way of progressing to the next series, but as it was, they decided they needed a significant shift in tone, and so they couldn't have, an adult.
So we've got Chip ready to go, and we cut back to the Decepticon base, and Ratchet finally, he shows that the Omega Lock is pretty much done. It's attached to the Nemesis, and seeing how close they are, Ratchet says, well, okay.
Yeah, they've got like an orbital Omega Lock going on here. It's pretty neat. It's a very dramatic shot, very pretty.
Yes.
That's
the end of the episode.
The end.
Yeah, well, this isn't... It's a good episode, kind of, but it's not really that surprising because this is what happens when you hire Jeffrey Combs to be a scientist. He's a mad scientist, of course. You just tempt him with a little bit of mad science and he'll go for that bait.
I mean, we saw what happened with that green goo.
Yeah. This is all his fault.
He's lucky that Soundwave doesn't have a Ravage.
Yeah.
Well, I was pushing Synth En around, as you well know, Megatron. And what would the note even say? Ravage dead, details later?
That... Okay, that would mess up the order of these episodes, but it would have been more interesting if they brought Ratchet onto the ship earlier, and he was involved in that zombie episode. Oh, man. That would have been so good. Jeffrey Combs fighting zombie robots.
So does that make...
now I'm pissed that didn't happen.
And what's her name? Arachne just carrying her own head around?
Yes.
Yeah. And growing bat wings out of the head? Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Well, that's a Bride of Reanimator.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, you sort of combine bits of this episode and push it back to that episode. Oh, and you could have made a two-parter that's like Reanimator and Bride of Reanimator. Oh, man.
I don't know. I kind of preferred it as Starscream and Knockout's non-excellent adventure.
Well, yes. For them it was great, but I could have had Jeffrey Combs there.
Yeah, so that is the episode. I really do like how Megatron is just not attempting to BS Ratchet. He's just telling him exactly, he's being very truthful with him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is, once they have everything, once they fix Cybertron, then they can worry about fighting over it and everything else.
Yeah.
So, I get it. I get it.
And, I mean, both Combs and Welker are very good in this episode.
Yes, it's very good voice acting in this episode.
And yeah, so that, and not a lot of action, and I think it is marred a little by the fact that Starscream is incredibly stupid in order for the plot to advance.
Yeah, it's a little dumb.
I mean, maybe if they had evacuated the entire base somehow, the switching the letters around is almost too dumb.
Yeah, it is really it's a visual it makes me think of F Troop, like it's that old of a joke. Especially since they switched to Tanger F. It's it's a minor complaint in this episode, which is kind of okay.
Yeah, no, it's an enjoyable episode.
Yeah.
Especially, it subverts our old expectations of Ratchet and Megatron relationships, in that usually they're out to murder each other.
Well, yeah, usually it's Ratchet going on a suicide mission against Megatron, and frequently succeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. To some degree or another, yes.
At the very least, the suicide part.
Yes. So yeah, we're definitely starting to set up stakes. It's like, oh hey, we gotta raise some stakes so we can have an end here. And then we can have a movie.
Yes. So until next time, you can find us all over the internet. We are on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting expenses and other costs. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. And this month, for the spooky month of October, I have convinced everybody to watch Dracula Untold with me.
And that episode and all others can be yours for how many dollars? $1.
Man, that movie should have had some counting. Alas.
So until next time, when we watch the penultimate episode of Transformers Prime, Synthesis, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.